Good morning, everybody. Markets were mixed for the week. December 21 corn was unchanged, and November 22 soybeans were down 6 cents on the week. We had a volatile week with a lot of risk assets being jumping around as we had the new COVID variant coming out, and the reaction from the government will determine price on that. And some other factors I'll talk about. But to begin, we'll go over the soybean market, and we close the week at 1234. Have a fairly neutral outlook. We sold off quite a bit on Monday and Tuesday with the news of the variant and the government's reaction. We were down 45 cents. However, we did manage to close the week right around the 20-day moving average. We recovered quite a bit of that loss. We continue to look range bound on this market. We're still trading sideways, and it really depends on South American weather moving forward if we can break out and above of this range. The indicators did correct this week, the strength and momentum indicators, and they are starting to turn up after Monday and Tuesday's sell-off. Spec funds are still net long at 33,000 contracts, so they are supporting this market. Moving on to corn, we closed the week at 586, right where we started. I am thinking this is looking more bullish than soybeans. We recovered nicely after selling off on Monday and Tuesday. We continue to trade above all major moving averages, and the strength and momentum indicators are turned up nicely and have made some nice positive trends. Really, next week, if we can get above 594, that would be, really nice for corn, but that remains heavy resistance above. Spec funds are still long at 315,000 contracts, so still fully supporting this market. They did reduce their risk this week by selling some contracts with the uncertainty of the COVID variant, but still remain heavily net long. We will switch to the December 22 corn contract next week. That's what we will be tracking for crop insurance purposes as the 21 contract rolls off. In regards to general updates, I did mention before, all futures markets were pretty volatile this week. The COVID variant coming out, and really what the government reaction will be to this. If we have any sort of lockdowns, I don't really think we will. But the other thing that happened this week is Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve spoke, and it kind of spooked markets as the consensus of him talking was they may begin to taper the bond purchases, and also possibly hike interest rates sooner than expected, and that had a negative effect on the market. Crude oil is down significantly this week from the high. We almost were trading about $18 lower. So if I was a farmer, I would possibly look at starting to lock in some farm diesel for next spring. We had a really good correction off the high. Oil was heavily overextended above all of its major moving averages, and we corrected really nicely. So it may be worth looking into locking in some fuel for next year. South America weather is still looking pretty good. We will need a weather scare from them to get soybeans above our current trading range. Until that happens, soybeans may just kind of stay where they are or cool off even more. In regards to crop insurance, the wheat acreage reports are due on December 15th. If you haven't done already, please get your 578 completed at the FSA and turn that in, and we'll get your acres reported for insurance. If you think you have a production loss or you still have crop out in the field, we need to know as soon as possible to get a claim submitted. If you end up not having a claim, and we can always withdraw it, no big deal, but we'd rather be safe than sorry. We can also start completing your production reports anytime. And finally, We have several producers that participate in this, but if you planted cover crops this fall, the Illinois Department of Ag is doing their cover crop discount program again this year. It's eligible to the first 100,000 acres applied for. We can help you apply. We've done this for a couple years now, and all we need is your Form 578 from the FSA showing your cover crop acres that you planted. This is on December 15th. So, last year, there was only 50,000 acres, and within the application opened at midnight. Before 7 o'clock in the morning, all the acres were spoken for. So it goes really quick. And if you want to participate, we'll be more than happy to help you out, but we just need that right away. Other than that, thank you for your business. If you have any questions or comments, please give Larry, Susan, or I a call, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Thank you.